As part of my new weight loss journey, I have been taking a GLP-1 receptor agonist. Let me tell you about my experience so far. Hello everyone, it's TrekkieMoto here. Last week I shared my plans to start trying to lose meaningful weight again. Let me expand upon that a bit. My main goal is to gradually improve the nutritional value of the food that I eat. And my secondary goal is to lose somewhere between 130 and 140 pounds until I feel like myself again. That represents about 33% of my total body weight. I went to see a dietitian and she advised me on the sort of foods that I should be eating. And she advised me to follow a macronutrient diet that's basically try to eat more than 100 grams of protein and try to eat less than 100 grams of carbohydrate and 100 grams of fat. That's actually quite difficult to do when you're on a GLP-1. To help with food noise and cravings, my doctor recommended that I start a GLP-1, and she suggested that I take Tirzepatide. In the United States, Tirzepatide for weight loss is called Zepbound. In other parts of the world, it's called Mounjaro, but it's basically the same thing. I've been taking a 2.5 milligram titration dose, which is a dose that is designed to get you used to the side effects of the drug. The side effects can sometimes include nausea, constipation, diarrhea. For me, it's meant nausea, and certainly when I started the drug, nausea was quite an issue. But I've now been on it for a couple of weeks and the nausea has basically gone away. I have had a little bit of constipation, but I've been taking something to help with that as well. My insurance, which comes through the Affordable Care Act, unfortunately doesn't cover weight loss drugs, especially not GLP-1 drugs. So I've had to pay for the Zepbound out of pocket, which I gotta say stings a little. When I started with a single dose injector pen thing, and it was like $500 a month. I understand that as I go up a dose, I will be able to use something called a quick pen, which will bring the cost down because it will be subsidized slightly by the drug company, which is Eli Lilly. So the cost is a lot, but I kind of see it as an investment in my future. I really need to lose weight. And you think if it's $500 a month, that's basically $6,000 a year or thereabouts. I spend a fortune on like doubling up on airplane seats. I spend a fortune on clothes. I probably spend a fortune on healthcare anyway, just because I'm unfit. So I think the weight loss is really important to me. And I think that paying whatever it is for that weight loss drug is probably the right thing to do. I recorded last week's video after I had lost some initial water weight. That happens at the beginning of every diet. You lose a few pounds in water weight. So the 428 pounds that I registered last week represents a good baseline to start with. This week I've weighed in at 423 pounds. That's a real world loss of about 5 pounds this week, which I'm really, really happy about. I do not expect to lose 5 pounds a week. I would expect to lose maybe 5 pounds a month. But, this is based on this low dose of Zepbound and eating a proper diet. So I would expect, to lose maybe 1 or 2 pounds a week. And if that happens, I will be very happy. That will be a nice glide path to the goal that I have. It'll take a couple of years, but that's fine. I already lost weight before and it wasn't sustainable. And what I'm trying to do this time is do it in a sustainable way. I got to keep at it. I've got to get my weight down and into an area that is, just overall healthy. Anyway, so that has been my week of weight loss, 5 pounds. I'm very pleased. Tune in next week when I don't expect it to be nearly as dramatic. And I'll keep you posted if I have any more side effects or anything like that.